Hi Julia, what's here? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to have a little bit of fun with the new Sentimentally Yours Fancy Frames Snowflakes. And as I said, we're going to have a bit of fun because I'm going to team it up with the Snarky Cat Christmas stamp set from Tim Holtz collection at Stampers Anonymous. And you will find both products over on my website if they're still in stock, juliawattscrafts.co.uk. All the Sentimentally Yours products are also available over at Honeypot Crafts as well. And the Snowflake frame is exclusive to Honeypot Crafts and myself while stocks last. It's a limited edition, limited run, so once it's gone, it's gone. But as I said, I thought we'd team it up with Snarky Cat because it makes me giggle. I'll just go through some of the sentiments that are on here actually. We've got, despite the look on my face, I'm still of good cheer. Jingle your own bells. It's all fun and games until Santa checks the naughty list. Don't get your tinsel in a tangle. Meowy Christmas. Pretend this card says something fun, warm and fuzzy. Instead of presents this year, I'm giving everyone my opinion. Dear Santa, I've been good this year, mostly, sometimes, once, never mind. And then you've got a little robin. They're all printed so you can see exactly what the images are. You've got a Snarky cat with his Santa beard on and his Christmas hat. Then this one is on a little sleigh. And you've got the one sitting on the presents here, looking very full of Christmas cat pudding. And you've also got this one here, which is one we're going to use, who's wrapped up in a scarf. And then you've got snowflakes, and you've also got some little, they could be snowflakes, they look like stars to me, but another little stamp there. And they're all red rubber. As you can see, they're mounted, and they do come on this carrier sheet, which goes in a 3-hole binder. So they're mounted, all cut out. I think they come actually set in the rubber, so you just need to push them out. They're all cut, you just need to push them out and put them back on the sheet. It's a great fun set. I absolutely love it. And there is actually a Snarky Cat set as well for every day, so have a look on my website for that as well. So without further ado, let's crack on. So what I thought might be quite cool would be to actually, this is pure white card, to actually put the Snarky Cat within a snowflake frame. Now I've cut this one out using, what have I done with it? Francois Reed's Snowscape paper pad. I haven't got a lot of this left because we've been using it in workshops, and I might have to grab another one before it disappears. And we're going for a pink themed one, but as you can see, you've got several blues, you've got a beautiful kind of tealy green, a purple, grey, which is super useful, and then the pink in here. And like I said, you'll find that over on my website. So of course we can see exactly where we might want to put the kitty, because we can see the image, which is absolutely fab, that you can actually line it up properly. So we could have him in here, and we could use, instead of presents this year, I'm giving everyone my opinion, so we could have that just on top. See, that's going to fit just about nicely. Remember, the actual stamp is just a little bit away from the rubber, so I think we'll be all right to do that. So to do that, we're going to grab a stamping platform. They do stamp beautifully with a block as well, because they are deeply etched, and as you can see, they're mounted as well. Let's try and make some space. So for the stamping platform, this is the Press to Impress from Crafts 2, and I have got this, and I've got spare magnets, and I've got these sheets as well, which are very useful for keeping your platform nice and clean. So what we're going to do is we are going to pop, so we can get it lined up. We're going to pop this in here, and I'm going to line it up on the 3 line there. So you can see nice and straight. And then it's on the 4 line there. Okay. And you're going to put a magnet in each corner for a sec. No, we're not. We're going to put a magnet in the middle. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to grab our frame. Do be careful when you cut the frames out of paper because you can tear them. I did tear a little piece, but I've stuck it back together. I suggest, don't do what I do. I've already just suggested it once before and ignored myself completely. I suggest you actually put a piece of wax paper or greaseproof paper between the die and the paper when you cut it, and then the release will be a heck of a lot easier. So what you want to do is just to make sure that you get the stamp in the right place, because you might overlap a bit, is you faff around a bit, trying to get it straight, which is a lot easier if you stand up. Trying to get it straight, that'll do. And then you pop your magnets on your frame so it doesn't move. So I've cut my nails, which is a mistake. Because if you wanted to put, say, this one, this chappy here, you're going to have part of him behind a snowflake. So this is where you line him up where you want him, and then you pick him up, and then you remove the snowflake frame. So we're going to do that, but we're going to do it with the other stamp. I have got one with this stamp already, which I'll show you at the end, because I think they're so funny. They're just, it's a good thing, isn't it? If it makes you giggle, it's a good thing. It has to be. He's going to have a snowflake up his bottom, I think. Just there, like so. And then we can have the sentiment in the middle. I'm not going to stamp it at the same time, though. I'm going to stamp it separately, because it just makes less work for the platform to do. And we are going to use, move that out of the way, we are going to use Nocturne Versifying Clay. As I said, this is pure white card, it's not watercolour. You can use whatever card you want to. Ah! Now that was daft, wasn't it? I bet you were shouting at me, weren't you? Move the snowflake. Move it. Let's put that in the middle. That was a good start, wasn't it? Got a bit of ink on there now. I'll see if I can rub it off. We'll see. If I make a mess, I'll start again. Yeah. Rewind. Rewind. There he is. Fabulous. Fabulous. Let's clean him off. I'm assuming that Snarky Cat's a boy cat. I feel that boy cats get into trouble more than girl cats, because girl cats are far too aloof to get into trouble. Let's move that out of the way. I want my sentiment. We're going to have that there. Hoping that we're going to see it all. And hoping that that's straight. So you can tell by the lines on your platform as to whether it's going to be straight or not. That looks pretty good. We're going to stay with that. Don't press the sentiments down too hard. That's perfect. I'll show you that in a minute. Put that away in a sec. And you could stamp little snowflakes around it as well if you wanted to, but I want to leave it white because I don't want to detract from the frame. I wish I hadn't cut my nails so short. Let's put that to one side. And what I've done is I've gone ahead and I stamped on the fall away piece of the frame. Pick my frame up. Honestly, what am I like? So the bit that's fallen away from in here, I've turned it over and I've stamped again and cut the scarf out. Oh, I didn't show you that, did I? Nice and close. Really good detail on it. So I've cut this out and I'm going to stick that on top. So a little bit of paper piecing. Tweezers. I'm just going to dab that off a little bit so we don't have too much glue. And then pop it. I mean, it could be a girl cat, or you know, boy cats. Boy cats can like pink as well. I don't know if they can actually pick out colour cats. So that looks nice and cosy now, doesn't it? Fabulous, fabulous. Okay. Right, now what am I going to do with this bit of black on this snowflake? I wonder if it will come off. It might not. This is an adhesive eraser. Sometimes it fetches it off. Right, okay, let's fix it. Let's have a look, see what I've got a white pen here. I think that might do. I just don't want it to be black. It's not that noticeable now. Let's wait for that to dry and that hopefully will be better. So we're going to stick this around here, like so. That's going to fit there. Does it look fabulous? And they make me giggle. They're really funny. You could add bobbly eyes on there as well, which would be really funny. So let's just glue this down. You don't want loads of glue because it's only paper. But we do want to make sure it all sticks properly. So this is the boring bit. This is the bit that you might want to fast forward. I'm just using it. You could use a fine tip glue applicator as well. Just decant some of the Sentimentally Yours PVA into one of the fine tip glue applicators. And you just want to make sure that the fronds on the end are actually you've got glue on them so they don't lift up, because that's the bit that if when you put it in the envelope or if it's on the shelf it might get caught on things. Don't worry about any seepage because I can get rid of that before we actually put the card down. I cannot remember where I've been and where I'm going. We'll see. So I'm sure you've got lots and lots of Christmas papers. Phil's done some lovely papers in the past as well, so you could use some of those. And I'll show you how you can be really frugal with your papers in a minute. Hopefully I've got everything. Yeah, we're going with that. And we're going to just put a piece of kitchen roll over the top, turn it over, and very quickly pick it up again. You can barely see that that black mark now, thankfully. I have to stand up so I can see where I'm going with this. Now, it is a little bit tricky getting paper in the right place because it does stretch a wee bit, especially around the camera. I might go with that actually. Let's turn it over. Give it a good press. Yep. It just makes me smile. Every time it makes me smile. So they're such funny. I've always loved Snarky cats. I love cats anyway, but you know, Snarky cat's hilarious. So this is me being super frugal. So when I cut out this frame, I measured, this is the largest die from the Regency squares, which is layered differently, which should be back in stock beginning of November. So the largest die from that, which is perfect to go on a 6x6 card, which is what we're making. So I just measured and marked with a pencil how big that would be, and then cut that out of a piece so that I could then pop the largest die. I've turned it over, so this is the same side that this is being cut from. So I've turned it over and I've used the opposite side. So there's just a slight difference in the papers. And it is a little bit tricky, but it just about fits on the top so that you've got your mat and your layer. Very frugal, very frugal. Right, so what we're going to do is, because we've got a huge space there, I'm going to just put glue just around the very edge. Hopefully you can see that. Just around the very edge. No, not loads, don't really squeeze it. I'm just really drawing with the tip of the PVA. And then this is the dodgy part. See if we can get it lined up. I'm going to stand up again so you hear my chair. See if I can get it in the right place so that I don't see any of the cut out bits. Here we go, a wee bit. I think we're good. Looks pretty good to me. There might be some glue on my craft sheet where I didn't quite line it up properly. Hopefully that doesn't move now. Yep, there's a little bit of glue on my craft sheet. That's very close, isn't it? Let's just tidy that up. I'll just leave that be just for a minute. And then what I've done is I've cut two snowflakes out of pure white card using the Snowflake Flurry die set, which is this one, which you'll find over at Honeypot Crafts. And I've given them a little bit of sparkle. I'll show you giving them a little bit of sparkle. Don't know if you can see, you can just about see them. Sparkly. Okay, so I've given them a little bit of sparkle, and to do that I've used icicle stickles. Now ideally what you can do is you can use the nozzle and dispense it, but mine, I don't know what's happened to it. I've had it for years. It's mainly dispensing the glue. So I'm using a spare bit of craft sheet, and I'm just going to put some stickles on my craft sheet. They get used in workshops and things, and I don't know, I think it's just got super bunged up. It's the only one that's ever done this. And of course it's the one I wanted to use, isn't it? So then you get a paintbrush and you can just then paint the stickles on, and you can see where the glitter's going. And this has got kind of, in some lights it looks a little bit blue, and in other it looks like it's got gold colours in it. But we just, if you use the craft sheet, then it's not, you can get it off afterwards. You don't have to worry about it sticking, you don't have to worry about the mess or anything like that. You could, of course, use loose glitter and a piece of self-adhesive sheet and create yourself some of your own glitter card and then cut your snowflakes out of that. I would suggest that you use the, if you've got an electric machine, you use a metal shim, because these snowflakes are quite intricate, and if you're introducing glitter card to it, then it's going to make it harder to cut out. Might as well use all of it. Make sure I've got lots of glitter going on. And if it's not evenly distributed, you can always put some more on once it's dry. It's hard to see the sparkle until it's dry. And what I did was I just got a poker tool, lifted it up, moved it to a different bit of my craft sheet, and then left it to dry. It takes, depending on how much you put on, it takes, I don't know, a couple of hours to dry. You can see I've got, you can barely see it, can you? Because the sparkle's very difficult to catch on camera, actually. But that's what I did anyway. And we've got 2 snowflakes to add to our frame in a moment. So I've got 6x6 card, which is actually just over 14.8 centimetres, because that's what they are. And we're going to see if we can mount this with a bit of 1mm double-sided tape. Just that extra little lift is quite nice to have. And then it will also serve as a double whammy, because it will hold this paper. It's not quite stuck on this side in place. That's empty. And it won't raise the card up too much. And just a little bit across the middle, because we don't want a saggy middle. Now, incidentally, if you're worried about your paintbrush and the stickles, you don't need to worry about that. You just rinse it out in water and it'll come off. You can, of course, keep a specific brush to use with your glitter glues if you want to, but I haven't found that necessary, as long as I just clean them out straight away. There we go, last one. Let's see if we can get this straight on our card. I need to move it up so I can see. Is it going down? I don't want it there. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Come here. This is the trouble with double-sided tape. Once it decides it's going down, it goes. Get off. It's stuck to me now. Right, let's have another go, shall we? Can't do it around cameras very easily. I think it's going down in exactly the same place as it was before. See if we can get it straight. Look straight at the top. Look straight at the bottom. Okay, we're on. We're on. We're good. Hopefully. Yeah. It might be a bit bigger of a border at the top, but you know, don't look too closely. Right, so we're going to pop our 2 glittered snowflakes into the centre of these opposite ones here. And we're just going to offset them slightly, just to give a bit of sparkle, because we can. Like so. And then we're just going to add some gems all over the place. That's where we're going to add them. Obviously to the centre of these and to the centre of every single snowflake. So that's what I like to do. It's a shame really that there aren't 3mm gems in the Sentimentally Yours packs, because I really like a 3mm, and I know I've got some somewhere. Do you think I can find them? No, I can't. I think that's all. So don't put some in there. Nope. Okay. So I'm going to use, because we've got all the sparkle on the snowflakes, I'm going to use the Aurora pearls from Sentimentally Yours. Take a few out. I need mainly 5mm, but we're going to have a big one in the centre of this here, and we're going to go for 5 in that one, and then all the rest are going to be 5 as well. We're even going to put 5 on that teeny tiny one that I could really do with the 3mm one if I could find them, because I just think that they need something in the centre. The glue will dry clear and matte, so don't worry about if there's any oozy stuff. I could have put an 8 in there, that big one, but I don't really want to have too many 8s on this. And the pickup tool is excellent. Makes life so much easier and so much quicker when you come to do this sort of thing. In the centre there. Don't let me forget to show you the other card I made, because the other one's lots of fun. Not that this isn't. I just didn't want to do 2 exactly the same this time. That's going in there. And then one more, I think. That one's going in there. I think that's everything. Round a bit of glitter there. Put that away. So here we have it. Snarky Cat Christmas card with the snowflake frame. I think that's fabulous. And this is the other one I made with the cat who's rather large sitting on his presents. I could probably have moved that over a wee bit, but you know, it doesn't really matter, does it? And all I've done in this one is I've just used one of the really dark reds. I think it's from set 4 of the watercolour blending brush pens. I've just used it very carefully and directly. I haven't tried to watercolour at all. And I've coloured in his hat, the ribbon around the present, and the little bells on his tail there. Isn't he wonderful? And the paper here is the Christmas plaid, I think it's called, from Tailor Made Journals, which you will also find on my website as well. So I think they're 2 fun, fabulous Christmas cards, and I hope you enjoy them and maybe have a go yourself. As I said, you can find all the products used over on my website, juliewattscrafts.co.uk. Anything that I've out of stock of by Sentimentally Yours you will find over at Honeypot Crafts probably. If the snowflake frame has gone from both places, I'm afraid you won't find it. It is a limited edition run. And of course you'll find Snarky Cat and Snarky Cat Christmas over on my website. Just a quick reminder there, that is there. So do like and subscribe if you're not already on my YouTube channel. I'd love to read your comments. Do check out some of my many other videos that are on there. And just thank you for watching.